Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thanks for joining me today in this video. So it's day 2 of this brand new Cursed City Sintranos new content. So, let's dive into it. First day, it wasn't very impactful. Like, obviously, some of the stages were super easy. Like, we're doing level 90 stuff. Level 90 is like basically equivalent to like doing like brutal campaign, basically. So it's definitely not difficult stuff. However, if you guys look, I did some map hopping around. So I just looked around, and basically this is the hardest district, right? This I don't know what this district is called, the Soul Cross district. So I looked at the highest levels. So for example, like let's pick 24. The champions here are 270. So 270, I did like a cross reference against Doom Tower levels, and 270 is roughly 75 hard 75 levels. So it's not actually that crazy when you think about it. And also the bosses are only 200. So if you look at the hard difficulty dungeons, for example, right? If you look at the hard difficulty dungeons, let's take like Dragon for example. It's 350. So just based on like the champion levels or the character levels, I don't expect these to be super hard. I guess the difficulty comes from being restricted. So obviously that's where a lot of the difficulty is going to come. Number 2, so I've been looking for like a strategy on how to best move around the map. Personally, I think going for the keys is probably the best, the red keys, so you can get more time to fight the boss. So you see the boss here is 350, which is more in line with some of the hard dungeon content. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. Obviously, the restriction makes it quite difficult. But like I was saying, like going to the path where you have the chant at the red keys right here, like for example, the red keys here, make the most sense to me because it gives you the most opportunity to fight the boss, or at least prepare for the boss if the boss is difficult. Also, moving around the districts is actually kind of good because it also gives you different branches to go off of in case you get stuck. So the worst thing you could do for this content is if you don't use your keys because you're stuck. If you can't use your keys because you're stuck, you're going to run out of time and then you won't be able to complete all the stages and so forth. So if you branch out into different districts, you'll have more opportunity to basically move around and find something you can do to complete using up your keys. Also, there are these quests moving around, so you need to get to these awaken stages if you want to clear some of these quests. So having more time and access to those awakened stages kind of makes more sense to me. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are strategizing, but basically that's my strategy. Going for the red keys first, expanding my path so I have more branches to go out in case I get stuck. And obviously the red keys will allow me more access, more time to access the Archon, right? So anyways, in this video I'm going to be going through this path down here. So I already got my first red key, so I'll be going this path across this bridge into this plague home district, and we will be fighting the Dark Fade today, and I'll be making my way down to this dual boss red key here. So let's get started here. I know these aren't going to be super like high intensity, high action, but let's hop in here, right? I think these two should be able to do it like fairly easily to be honest. So far it's been very like chill. I think it's a good thing. Obviously eases people into it, and they did say that it's going to be an extra difficulty. Like extra reward is always good too, especially when we're in the middle of this ridiculous fusion. But this content will definitely test your roster, especially when Nightmare and maybe even Ultra Nightmare comes out in the future. That'd be pretty cool. And this quest is actually awesome, giving us an extra 50 energy. However, it will be kind of bad for people that get stuck. If people get stuck and can't clear 2 quests, that's something to look out for. I don't know if you can like control the outcome for that, but you know, it's gonna be pretty bad if you get stuck there, I think. These stages remind me of like Diablo for sure. Alright, so we're making our way here. What do I want to do? Okay. So there's actually two paths. We can actually, sorry, let's end this quickly so we can show before we jump into anything. Okay, so we're here. Okay, so we have to go here first. Okay. Ooh. No, we have to go here first. Sorry. So let's do this first. Let's finish off this stage. You see, like, it really tests your roster, right? Like, if you just don't have any of these champions, you can't really do any of these very easily. You have to bring like a full team. Oh, that's a pretty good animation, Helior. You just don't see that animation very often. Pretty cool animation. Alright, so let's go back to map. So we're at a fork, right? So we can fight the Dark Fae, and we can fight the Nether Spider here. So we can do both of these bosses today, or we can start making our way to the red key here. So what can we do here? We have to think about basically think about tomorrow. So I think what I'm going to do is actually going to complete both of these Dark Fae today, and then I will complete the Nether Spider today. And what will happen is that I will run out of keys after doing these two bosses. Tomorrow I'll do 1, 2, 3, get the red key, and then I'll start making my way up into this city. So I'll start making my way up to this city. And where's the other red key? So this is the hardest one. Where's the red key in here? There's only 3. Okay, so we might just do the 4 here today, do 3 tomorrow to get the red key, and then we might make our way into the blue area here. So we would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets kind of awkward here. We won't be able to reach this very easily. The alternative is to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we will have all our red keys. So it's definitely doable. I think we can probably do that. So we'll do both bosses today, and then we'll go do the red key. And then tomorrow we'll make our way quickly through this part. These are some harder bosses, that's for sure. So if we get stuck here, it's possible we get stuck there. So tomorrow will be interesting. If we get stuck there, then we have to make our way through here, through the easy district. But going up this way, it's going to be several days before we reach here, I think. But anyways, I think that's a reasonable plan. Let's do both the bosses today. And then we'll carry on. So we'll get some boss action in this video. That's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, I think like maybe overly planning it is not really necessary. I think planning a route, as long as you're able to clear all of the levels, is not it's not overly important to plan your route, because you'll just end up with the same amount of stuff anyways at the end of the month. There's no like additional farming that we can do. It's all about just completing the content. So like, you know, going along that line of thinking, being able to complete the hardest part of this content early makes the most sense, or at least being able to reach it early, because it gives you the most time to prepare. That's kind of why I'm going for the red keys right away, to get to the boss right away. All right, so let's see what Dark Fae is all about here. Attack support. I'm really not sure what to expect. I'm just gonna shove my best champions in here, and we'll see what happens here. Attack in all battles. Let's see what happens here. I have no idea. Alright, so he steals our guy. My warlord locks everybody out. Okay, so defense down. We can, like, I can't imagine this being very difficult. Okay. This is increased attack. I mean, we're just gonna ally attack in. She has decreased defense, and she's really slow. So yeah, basically having like faster champions really helps too. So attack, get Rhonda to attack, perfect. Attack, get Rhonda to attack. It's gonna be stealing one of our guys. AoE explosion, nope. Shit. Okay, we got her back. Big hit coming in from her, I think. You know, it's actually a little bit difficult because she's not dying like instantly. You would imagine that she kind of dies like instantly, but she doesn't. So if you had like a, you know, less progressed roster, this district, because I'm in this new district now after Cobble, this actually might be difficult for some accounts for sure. So hopefully like some of you guys that are watching get a sense of what to expect. Like, it's not difficult for me, but I could see this being difficult for some accounts because you need the requirements are tough. And Fae is actually pretty tough if you don't have those certain requirements. So let's see here. I mean, here's probably going to be straight up easy again. Let's try. I mean, let's try four-manned. All right. Well, definitely, like, I noticed on Reddit today, people are complaining or actually mentioning that, you know, they're not getting a lot of bang for their content. Basically saying that, you know, the new content's only going to be only like 5 minutes of their time or whatever. But that's day one, right? Like, we have a long way to go here. Pretty much by like, I'm pretty sure by like halfway, there's going to be a lot of people that are basically struggling, I would think. So let's head into this boss, Nether Spider. Lydia, perfect. So we got Lydia here. So another thing that you guys can do to kind of prep for the future is kind of take a, just, you know, step back a bit, look around the map, and like kind of look around to some of the harder levels to see if you actually have a roster able to compete. So like if you look at this one, Rare, Epic, Spirit, like I'm hosed. I got nothing here. So unless I want to like immediately start leveling up some of these champions, like I'm hosed right here. You know, so definitely take a look at some of these stages if you guys are even able to clear some of these, and if you guys are, prepare your roster. Like that would be one of the things I would be doing for sure. Like I had a quick look yesterday, and it was kind of grim in some of these places. I don't think I'm going to be able to complete this stage in the first month. Maybe, I mean, you know, I would have to put some extra effort into gearing up some guys, but Mithral is pretty strong here. Gonna go Duchess, damage dealer, defense down. Go damage dealer again. 2 damage dealers. Yeah, I guess so. Shamail, sure. All right. Whoa, this looks a little nicer. Don't you see the graphics look a little bit nicer? Well, my defense down is not landing on the spider. Well, but this landed. Kind of weird. This graphic definitely looks upgraded for sure. Did you see we just got a live arena bag? That feels a little bit... little low value, to be honest. It's basically like 10 gems, and most people don't like live arena, so they won't bother doing it. This looks like a pretty easy fight here. I mean, the Frost Spider is generally like an easier fight, especially if you have Lydia, because Lydia just straight up counters the OP passive that he has. But you know, you just have to bring things that kind of survive, revive. HP burn's a good way to do damage against the Frost Spider, so if you have that, like Drexar can do it by himself, but he needs some support, right? Brimstone, the Brimstone hit's massive. The HP pool on this spider is huge. So brimstone, HP burn. If you guys have like, you know, actual damage dealers, and bring those, of course. My damage dealer is actually doing pretty good. Alright, and then Lydia blocks the revive. We got some gear. This gear looks kind of crappy, but this has actually pretty big value, I think. This superior oil, 15 of it. I would say that's worth a couple hundred energy, and especially if you can't farm this in Sand Devil, like if you don't have a team that's capable of farming this, then this is very valuable. So that's really nice. So we finished both bosses. Hopefully you guys got a sense of how difficult they may be. So as for tomorrow, we will make our way to the red key and then make our way across here and into the top part of Dreadrise, aiming for this red key here. It's going to take us 2 days to get here, but we get to tackle the dragon and maybe even tackle the secret room. So we have 2 days to prepare for this. 10 red stars. 3, like this is really bad. The red star requirement on some of these are really bad. I don't have many. I don't think I have enough red stars. Oh man, I gotta think about this. That means I need to make something. I need to make a 6-star champion, force champion. You see what I mean when you kind of have to like prepare in advance, right? Because I don't have enough red star requirements to do this. Probably this is a roadblock, right? Unless I want to go this way. I guess I can go this way. So I can go the dual boss way and then go up here and then avoid this. So I have some time to avoid this. But eventually I will have to bless. I will have to make a 60. Bless them up. I mean, I have some decent champions here, like something. Like something. I don't know. Who's decent? Sargala? Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some of my thoughts and comments about this new content and how I'm tackling it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are doing. I would really like to hear that. And I'm just learning as we go, so hopefully we can learn from each other and yeah, tackle this new stuff together. So all right, so thanks for watching again. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next video.